Alright guys, we're going to jump on in and we're using our Clinique Foundation in the color Spice. I'm also using a MAC 252S brush just to apply the product. And off camera I used a wet beauty blender just to blend the product out. I could have went a little darker with the foundation, but because we're contouring, it's not a big deal. Now we're going in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit. And I'm using that medium brown, that dark brown, and I'm just applying it to the top of her forehead, down her nose, and into her eyebrows. I also did her cheekbones, but I didn't have her turn her face. I'll get better with these videos the more we go. And I'm also using a Real Technique brush. I'm also using a Real Technique brush to blend out. These brushes came in a set at Target. Very affordable and great quality as well. And basically I'm just blending out the product. You don't really want to pull the product into another place. You just want to tap it in the same area just until it blends out naturally. Now we're going in with our Nars Concealer in the color Carmel. And I'm also using some disposable lip balms just to apply the concealer all over. Now we're going to apply our P.Louise Base in the color Rumor 0.02 to her eyelid using a MAC 252S brush. While applying, I'm going to let the concealer sit up to 3 to 5 minutes just so I can get a more full coverage look, and I feel like it makes the concealer pop a lot more brighter on her face as well, without having to go too light with the concealer. Now I'm just taking a wet beauty blender and I'm just blending out the concealer. I'm also starting from the outside and working my way to the inside of the concealer. That way you don't really see where the concealer starts and where it ends. It's just blended all the way through. Now we're going to grab our Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is my absolute favorite. And we're just going to apply this to her eyelids, her eyebrows. And this is just to make sure we don't have any creases in the eyeshadow, no oils in the eyebrows. Now I'm using my triangle powder puff just to apply the translucent powder in all the areas we applied the concealer. Now we're going in with the James Charles palette, and we're using a light green, a dark green, black, and the color white for eyeshadow. And I'm just using a Morphe brush, and I'm basically just tapping the product with the darker green into the shape I want. So you'll see me just taking my time, tapping it into the shape, and then I'll blend it out just a little bit to create that definition of the shape as well. Now I'm going to take my Hank and Henry brush and apply that lighter green color, and that's just to basically buff out the edges just so everything looks more gradient and blended and just gorgeous. If you have to go back in with the darker green, do so. Just make sure you can see the transition colors. You want to see that dark green and the lighter green. You want to see both. With that same brush, now I'm going to apply the black eyeshadow, and I'm basically just tapping it into place because black is already a strong color and you want to have a lot of control where this color goes without being too much. Now I'm just taking a Morphe brush and I'm applying the white to just the middle of the eyelid just to make it a little bit more brighter. The Morphe brushes I purchased at Ulta, and they didn't have any names on it as well. The Hank and Henry brush does have names. I have to look at the names and I'll put that in the description. Now I'm just going in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills Gel Cream in the color Jet, and I'm just applying a liner into that dark black eyeshadow. Now I'm just going back in with that black eyeshadow just to blend the liner and the eyeshadow together. And look at that, that's gorgeous. Super clean and super pretty. Now we're going to grab our JLA Rue Heavenly glitter pigment, and we're just going to apply that to her eyeshadow. No glitter glue is required. This is really the sauce right here. I love these little glitter pigment. Now we're going to go in with our Revlon eyebrow pencil in the color dark brown, and I'm just outlining basically like the middle to the end of her eyebrows with this color pencil. Then we're going to go in with a lighter color in the front of her eyebrows. Now we're just grabbing that lighter brown color for the front of her eyebrows, and it's just to make it look still full in the front, but not as dark and harsh. And look at that. Are you looking amazing? Now we're going back in with some concealer just to highlight the eyebrow tailbone. Now we're going in with this e.l.f. eyeliner in the color dark brown for her waterline. I'm also applying this burnt orange color to her waterline. I did not show you guys this in the palette, but it is in the same James Charles palette. When I do tutorials for you guys, I'm only going to use one palette just to make it super easy for you guys. And the brush I'm using is by Hank and Henry as well. Now I'm just applying some rhinestones. I purchased the rhinestone stick coater and the rhinestones off of Amazon. And this look was pretty much a freestyle. I just wanted to have fun with this. Now we're going in with our Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter kit in the color Summer, and we're just going to be applying Summer to her tear ducts using a Morphe brush. Now we're going to grab our Sephora contour palette, and we're basically going to apply that to like the top of her forehead, her cheeks, we're also going to grab our custom MAC palette blush set, and we'll take that burnt orange and neutral color and just apply that right on top. Now we're going to go back into our Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter kit, and we're going to grab that color Bronzed, and we're just going to bronze all over her cheekbones, nose, top of her lip. Let's get it. And we're also going to highlight the eyebrow bone as well. And it's a wrap, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. Show some love. If you guys want to see some different type of looks, make sure you comment below. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is makeup.with.sj. Enjoy.